Hey everyone, it's Wowous. We're here with a Hearthstone deck review. Today we're trying out the 78% win rate HP Bombers Mechlock updated from Hearthpwn. This is a deck that I checked out and seems like it could really be effective with the current meta. So we're going to try it out, see how it goes. This is our first deck review since the Rise of the Shadows came out. If you want to see my pack opening, I'll post a link to it below if you're interested in watching me open a bunch of cards, talk a little bit about some of my thoughts around the game. Definitely check that out. So far, I've been enjoying this expansion. It's very, very early in the meta. The first week is always kind of back and forth. The Warrior deck came out very, very quickly that I believe Crypt put up, and that became super popular day one. And I played that a little bit, and that certainly was fun, but not my favorite deck. But it definitely was a pretty good Warrior deck overall, I would say. And now we're seeing a bunch of different decks come out, and this is really, I think, the fun part of the meta is when people are trying to sort out what decks are going to come to the top first. And I played Burn Mage. That was a highly ranked deck on Hearthpwn. That was very, very effective for probably a day or so. And now we're sort of at a place where we're trying to figure out what's going to be the next big deck. So let's keep playing and see what we can do here. And it seems like this deck is really set up to try to combo, as much of those mechs as possible. Kind of going back. Ooh, it looks like we're playing against a mech hunter. So this will be an interesting matchup for sure. I think we're going to trade off this here. See what we can drop. And yeah, we're off to a decent start here, making some decent trades. It's still very, very early in the meta, as I mentioned, so we'll see what ends up coming to light in terms of being a successful deck, and hopefully this gives us a fun Warlock deck to play. I haven't played an awful lot of Warlock recently. I played it a couple expansions ago, especially when Discard Lock was very, very popular. But I haven't had as much of a chance to play it over the past few weeks. So let's drop this guy down. And then I think I want to drop my raid leader. Maybe I should have waited till next turn to do that. You just kind of keep trading, and I think, the only thing that he could drop maybe is a secret that wouldn't be great. He has maybe probably some magnetic stuff in his hand. Draw back from your deck. It's not a huge deal. Trigger, it's Death Rattle, so he draws another mech. Alright, that actually wasn't too bad. So I think here we just try to combo up some of these. Yeah, and just sort of go face here, right? And then let him try to get through everything. We've got 2 bombs still. He's got a tough thing here. He's got to basically wipe this deck, or, my bombs are going to do, they should do, get 4 there, and then if he can't kill everything on my team, I should be able to do some more damage. I don't know. Yeah, I feel pretty good. I think we're going to get lethal next turn, unless he has something up his sleeve that I'm not thinking of. But all in all, pretty good. This is my first time playing the deck, my first playthrough of it. And already we're off to a great start. Turn 7, we're up 15-6. I'm just waiting for this hunter to go through and decide what he wants to do. I'm interested what you all think of the expansion thus far. If you've been having a good time with it, if you've had issues with it. Oh no, I think it's fun. It's not, to me, overpowered at all. It doesn't seem like, and we have this kind of no matter what. So yeah, this is definitely an expansion that for me, doesn't seem too overpowered. It seems like just the right power level. It seems like there's a lot of different stuff that you can play on the meta. We pick up a few card packs here, as you can see. Let's give this another round or two and see how it goes. But overall, I think I'm enjoying it. I think it's I would put it kind of in the middle of the pack in terms of expansions for me. For me, the top expansion I think is the uh, Frozen Throne. But this one I would say again kind of falls in the middle of the pack for me. Not too overpowered, but not underpowered either. So it's exactly kind of that middle balance that you're looking for. What is yet to be seen is how the meta plays out here, and if we end up having multiple decks become powerful, or if it all turns into sort of one archetype of deck. And that's really when the game, I think, becomes more frustrating, is when you only have one or two decks that you can play. Maybe a deck and a counter deck to it, but that's a little bit of a frustrating experience when there's not a lot to play in the meta. But so far, it's again very early in the meta. There's been a lot that has come out. There's been a lot of Rogue has been very popular. Burn Mage has been very popular. The Warrior deck has been very popular. That Crypt popularized, I believe, on the first day that it was out. So let's do this, and I think we just keep trying to go face with this. And this, just so that folks know, this is, sometimes I'll make replacements to deck. This deck is without any replacements. This is exactly as it's posted as of 4/12, so April 12th, here on Hearthpwn. So no changes to me. It seems like it's pretty effective. It seems like it's been pretty good. What do I want to do here? That was odd.
Access denied.
And I think we're going to end up losing him anyway. I think we do this here. In the next turn, depending on what he plays, we might be able to Replicating Menace.
How much is this worth to you?
No. Alright, not a whole lot. Let's maybe... Alright, not particularly great. But at least we can combo into the bomb if they don't destroy it. He's certainly... that's going to be frustrating to take out. We might have to magnetic into that. Oh, this is frustrating.
Unity, precision,
Not really a lot of options right now, especially at such low mana. And you can see over here from Tavern Keeper that more or less I've drawn almost all the high mana costs from the deck. Everything else in the deck is 1 to 4 essentially. Probably 75% of the deck, but we've managed to draw all of our high cost cards right off the top, which is the opposite of what you're hoping for when you play this style of deck. My only hope really will be if I can get some sort of rush minion, and we don't. Yeah, there's just, I don't see how you combat this right now. So maybe a bit of a weakness to this deck is, you know, a little bit of bad luck here in terms of the card draw. You know, statistically very unlikely to draw all your high cost cards right off the top. But I'm trying to think in terms of what we could have used from our deck. You know, maybe Soulfire. You know, not a whole lot though. I mean, I may have to use my Leroy if I pick him up, and then he's able to, yeah, knife them. And I think that may be it for this deck. This may be, yeah. I don't. There's nothing really that we can do here, so we're gonna concede this match. You know, our next turn, I think we would have to drop the Explodinator, but he's got lethal on us for next turn. We have nothing that can taunt, nothing that can rush, so that's a tough loss, but he got going very, very quick, and we definitely had some bad card draws. So let's try one more match and see how we finish up with this deck. Again, just typically my reviews, we try to go through, play a deck 3 times, see how it plays, especially at kind of a lower level of play, especially if you're somebody who's stuck in that sort of 20 to 15 rank range. Sometimes it's a little bit of a different meta. It's a lot of net decks. It's a lot of playing against the same handful of decks all the time. So definitely, you know, hopefully this can be helpful to you, especially if you're a newer player, somebody who maybe isn't just a super competitive player, enjoys the game, plays it a bit like I do, but, you know, doesn't necessarily move up the ranks huge. So let's hold off on using Soulfire. Hello, hello. We're going to drop our Whirl Glider. And I'm pretty certain that this guy's probably playing the Crypt Warrior deck. So we got to move pretty quick on this deck. We can kind of trade off some of that stuff. He's built up actually quite a bit of armor for only 4 mana. Alright, let's drop some more bombs, huh? Let's see when he drops. Armor's up.
Drink with me, friend.
That was an interesting choice. So I think what I want to do is attack with this. Drop down. I think I want to put him on this side. I think I want him to be separate. Now use this. Right, so trade off of this. There we go. Now he should probably go and try to take out my Ziliax, right? And then that will allow me to magnetic into maybe one of these bombs. No, he's gonna be able to kill actually all of them with this. So we're down to 25. Alright, so I think we do this. And then I don't know that I want to use my magnetic yet. I think I want to just sort of wait and see what he does. Because if I drop my magnetic on this guy now, this turn, right, he's probably going to play something to kill it like this. At some point I'm going to end up using that Soulfire, but I want to make sure that I don't discard something that would be useful. And he should attack the 1-3 with the 5-7. And then he's, let's see what he plays here. Yeah, shield block. What does he get? Shield slam.
Speak to me.
He doesn't have a weapon, so that's not particularly helpful at the moment. Drop him down, drop him down. I mean, I guess the way we do it is kill him and Soulfire, and then draw. Not a whole lot we can do. Super Collider. Well, that's annoying. And now we're in real trouble because we have really limited drop 2-1-1. Yeah, I don't know that I really get it, right? I don't see how this deck can win against something like this warrior deck, right? Like, you do this, you get it some 1/1s, but then he's going to play, you know, whether it's Whirlwind or some other spell, probably to take out these minions. It'll be great if I could get down both of these guys. Alright, well, that's, I guess, helpful at the moment. Drop him down here, we'll put this guy over here. I guess we take out him. Trade. Let's see, but he, you know, he probably has a brawl, right? Like, that's, if I was a warrior, I'd be sitting on my brawl waiting for this, because then I'm down to one minion, essentially. Pretty much equally effective doing that. At least the armor helps a little bit. Alright, I guess we keep drawing up. Alright. I just don't think this deck has the damage output it needs. He's got 7 cards in his hand, he's got 6 left in his deck. Yeah, Whirlwind is a good play there. and now he's got a 5/7 taunt that I don't have anything. There's just not enough damage, unfortunately, with this deck. Yeah, like... So, I mean, I can magnetic these two together. I can magnetic any two of these together. I can Leroy into this, but not even kill it. I think I want to do it this way, right? And just try to save myself another turn. But with only Exponinator and a War Gear, you know, if I get the War Gear, you know, he's gonna 5 and then 2, so he can kill that. Yeah, well played. So, not a terrible deck. You saw it definitely has the ability to win. But there's a lot of decks like this that it just isn't going to play well against. And so, you know, it definitely is worth a play. But I think you're going to have really mixed results. And I guess it depends a little bit on what you play. But just in those two playthroughs, I think that deck just was able to beat us more or less. The first deck we were able to beat pretty easily. The middle deck was more about the draws and whatnot. So hopefully that was helpful to you. If you enjoyed the content, please do like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we look forward to it. So yeah, we'll see you next time.